Hi, I'm Larry Richardson, your step-by-step chef. And in this episode, continuing with our Cooking with Plant-Based Meat series, we are going to make a delicious chicken avocado sandwich. This is fantastic. Now, there are a number of different plant-based chickens on the market, so you want to try, different cutlets and see which one appeals to you. I always use the ones that I find that taste the best to me. Only make sense. But not all of them do, so you kind of have to shop around. Now, why are we doing this series? Let's recap that. We are doing it, one, because plant-based meat takes less energy to produce than animal-based meat. That means less fossil fuels, less greenhouse gases, less global warming, less climate change. It's good for all of us. Now, I'm substituting some of the animal-based meat out of my diet. I have to be honest with you. I'm not subbing out all of it at this point, but I used to eat animal-based meats at lunch just about every day. Now I'm doing plant-based, and even some of my dinners are plant-based meats too. So it's totally up to each one of us how committed we can be to this, but just keep in mind, it is up to us to save the planet. So come on, let's cook. And here are the ingredients for our plant-based chicken avocado sandwich. Now, first of all, I do have a chicken patty, and I'm trying a bunch of different chicken patties, and I'm really locking in on the ones that appeal to me most. And also, different chicken patties are good for different recipes. So when I made a chicken parmesan with plant-based meat, I used a much thicker patty for that than I did for some of the other sandwiches I've made so far. So you might want to keep that in mind when you're shopping for one. We're also going to use a little bit of mayo on our bread. I have a rye and pumpernickel swirl that I really enjoy. It really stands up well. In fact, it complements all of these different ingredients. I'm going to take this avocado, mix it up with some minced sweet onion. So you're going to want an avocado and a sweet onion. You can use yellow or white onion if you wish, but I really like that combination. Probably throw a little salt in that too. And that'll kind of be our condiment for this sandwich. And then we'll just slice up some tomato and some lettuce. So right now, I'm going to start preheating my oven according to the directions on my plant-based chicken patty, and you do the same. And while that's cooking, we'll prepare the other ingredients. So come on, let me show you how to put all this together. And the prep work is pretty basic. I have this lettuce that I cut off of that head of lettuce. So we're just going to slice that into big pieces. And this has all been rinsed off ahead of time. Make sure to do that. And then we have our tomato. We'll just take, maybe we'll do 2 slices, very thin slices of tomato. Okay, it's a very nice looking tomato. We'll put that right here. And then what we'll do, tomato, is we'll put together our avocado seasoning, our avocado sauce. And this is very simple to do. In fact, this is really how I make guacamole. And then, it's just avocado, onion, salt, lime, and a little bit of hot sauce. But we're just going to do this for the sandwich as avocado, onion, and salt. We're keeping it a little milder than I would for a regular guacamole. Now, if you like a wild guacamole and you think it would taste great on this sandwich, go to town. That's totally up to you. And I do have a guacamole recipe on stepbystepchef.com that you might like if you want to head in that direction. So I just took the pit out, peeled the avocado. I'm going to rinse my fingers off. Then what we want to do is take the sweet onion. We're doing this all while the chicken cutlet bakes. And I did flip the chicken cutlet halfway through. So I'm cooking it according to the directions on the box, as you should. And every plant-based chicken cutlet has different instructions. So make sure to read those when you're dealing with these plant-based meats. And then I'm just going to cut really fine lines on the top because we're mincing the onion for this sandwich. Okay, and then I'm going perpendicular. So I'm making little squares on the top of the onion. And don't go too deep because you want to use this onion in subsequent shows. I mean, for subsequent meals. This onion will be in other shows. You are going to see it again. Especially if you binge watch the Step-by-Step Chef, which of course I highly recommend. And then just cut really close, really thin lines of onion. Just cut really fine lines, and that's what's mincing this up. So I went down the face of the onion like that, and you end up with these little minced pieces. Now I did see some brown pieces in the middle of the onion, and I'm just going to pull those out. I bet they wouldn't add any trouble to the meal, but why take that risk? And then we just add this onion in with the avocado. Put in some salt, and I'd stick to maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. You don't want to overdo it, because if you overdo the salt, you can't take it out. So then you're in trouble. Then you got to find another avocado fast. And finding good avocados isn't always that easy. Sometimes I have to drive to a couple of supermarkets to find a good avocado. So keep that in mind when you add salt too. What you can do is just mix this up and then just give it a little taste. If you think it needs more salt mixed in, go for it. I think this avocado is going to be delicious. And I'm not going to use all of this in the sandwich, so make sure to have some tortilla chips or something on hand, and you can eat this guacamole style. If you're making more than one sandwich, this would probably be enough for 3 sandwiches. And mush it up to the consistency that you like it. I don't mind having mine a little bit chunky. Perfect. And now we are just waiting on the chicken cutlet. It will be up in a minute. And our chicken cutlet's all ready. So I'm just going to put a little bit of mayonnaise on the bottom of our sandwich. Just on the bread at the bottom. Adds a little flavor with every bite. I'm not going to bother on the top because that's where the avocado mix is going. Okay. And let me just get this out of the way just a little bit. And here is our plant-based chicken cutlet, fresh out of the oven, nice and hot. That fits perfectly. And then we'll take our other piece of bread. Well, actually, I want to do this first. We'll put our tomato on top. Looks like I only need 1 slice for this. And then we'll add some lettuce. That's going to add some nice fresh flavor to the sandwich. Okay. And then we'll take our avocado mix and just put it on this upper piece of bread. It'll stick nice to it. I just want you to be able to see really what we're doing here, and be liberal with this if you want. And again, you can pick whatever bread you want, and you can add or subtract any of these ingredients. This is the way I like it. So I just flip this. Oops, I kind of flipped it the wrong way. Oh, that's a problem with live TV. But that's okay, I'm not going to bother fixing it. What I mean that is that the top piece of bread does not match the bottom piece of bread, but that's just me. I'm sure people say that about me too. So that sandwich is done. I'm ready to eat. So congratulations, look at what you just did. You just made this delicious plant-based chicken cutlet sandwich with avocado. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Now, if you like this recipe, please visit my website, stepbystepchef.com. There you will find well over 225 other delicious recipes that are printable, including this one. The other thing you're going to find are YouTube videos for each and every one of them. So you and we get to hang out and cook the step-by-step way. It's a blast. I have fun. I hope you do too. The other thing that you will find is a couple of cookbooks. If you pick up a cookbook, more power to you. I sure do appreciate it. So let's try to add a little bit more plant-based meat into our diet and give the planet a break. It's up to us. It's up to me. It's up to you. We can do this. I can't wait to eat this sandwich.